Hello, and welcome to the next episode of EncyloPETEia America, where we're going to continue looking at economic systems, and this time take a deeper dive into
Socialism.
Now, what is socialism, you may be asking?
Like a lot of people in America are currently?
It's really simple. It's not scary. It's not something you need to be afraid of. Biggest thing that socialism does, and what Marx set out to do, is look at the workplace. Decide if it's actually a democracy or not. And he looked around and he said, no, it's not. He wasn't concerned with governments. He didn't write anything about really governments. It was kind of a sideline for him. He looked at the labor, because that's a big part of a job. That's a big part of most people's days. Juggling, maybe you work at Juggaloos. What he looked at was the fact that the labor, the people that were actually producing the goods and services that the owner of the enterprise took the profits from, was really unfair. Because if you look at an economy, either way, it really boils down to a
Fun math equation, everyone's favorite.
all you do is take EL, which is embodied labor. This is going to be the things that the business owner brings. So whatever he brings to start the enterprise. And then you have living labor. Living labor, that is what the workers bring, which is the actual huff and puff that goes into making a product. And then that gives you total labor, meaning the finished product.
Let's use easy, round numbers just to make the example, okay? So in
In this case, we're going to be making a chair.
the owner of the company, the business owner,
He, the capitalist, if you will, he brings things that you need to make a chair. Screws, glue, wood, paint. So that would be the EL. So that's 100. Doesn't matter what it is, doesn't matter what the product is. This is an example. So we have 100 EL, and then we had the living labor, which let's say is another 100. So that's the workers that are taking the goods that are the EL, so the wood, the glue, the ingredients to make the chair, which, mind you, were produced by the workers in the first place. It's not like the owner made the glue. He didn't fell the trees. He didn't wrought the iron of the screws. That's what he brings. We just ignore how he got it.
For now.
Take the LL. So workers put the chair together, and that would be 100. Okay, so we have 100 or embodied labor and 100 living labor. So that leaves us with 200 for the total labor, meaning the owner brings the goods, the workers make the chair, the owner sells the chair for 200. We have 200. So the owner, reasonably so, wants to get his 100 back. You take 200 minus 100, and we have 100 left over. Now, we're in a pickle, because we can give the 100 to the laborers, because they're the ones who produced all the value. They put everything together. They brought 100 value. The owner got 100 back. Why shouldn't the laborers share in that? But that's never the case in a capitalist society. So you got to pay the workers something. You can't just take all of it and with your buy a fancy new suit, buy some fancy new shoes, get a
big expensive watch,
roll around in a brand new car with a night on the town.
if you don't give the workers something, they're not going to show up.
Let's be generous. Let's say 50. The value that they brought, the workers, they get paid out in wages. And we have 50 left over. That is what Marx calls a surplus, meaning that's the profits at the end of the day. It would make sense that since the workers did the work and the entrepreneur, the business owner, didn't make the glue, he didn't grow the trees, the laborers, the LL, they had everything to do with the value that was added. So it would only be fair that they got a say or their fair share, their fair shake. Yeah. Ta-da! That's literally it. Or democratic socialism is about. In this day and age, it's about
Worker co-ops.
we're all business owners. Sure, we vote on who is in different positions, how much they get paid all the way down the line, and then everyone has a vote on what the company does.
where it sources from,
what they sell it for.
and then how to divide the profits.
Good example, or a worker co-op, which again is a thing in America, is like this. Monday through Thursday, they come in, they work 8 hours a day. But then on Friday, they all come in at any prescribed time that they decide. You guys own the company, and you guys have a meeting on Friday. And that's when you decide the things like who's going to do what job, what we should do next, what we're going to produce, how much we're going to sell it for, and things like that. Because if there is no incentive solely to decrease costs, you're not going to ship jobs overseas. You're not going to send your own job somewhere because that doesn't make any sense, right? If you have a bunch of profits left over, a surplus, as we learned in that amazing equation, the profits are what we keep throwing back into billionaire corporation owners' pockets, into board members' pockets, when we could have a say in how we use it, and we could do with it whatever we please. We can invest in the community. We could put it in a rainy day fund so that if something horrendous sneaks up on us, we all could do whatever we wanted with the profits, with the surplus. We could fund schools. We could pay for healthcare. We could stockpile medical equipment. This doesn't boil down to a virus putting the economy on hold.
Like, I'm not trying to say that it's not serious. This is a horrible, horrible thing going on.
All I'm saying is this is also a problem of capitalism. And for-profit corporations need to make products. They're going to try to make money off of them. They're not going to look at the market and go, in 2 months, we're probably going to need masks, because then they have to produce them. They have to store them. That costs money. That's money and time that they're not spending producing certain goods that they needed right now, which is, again, is all for-profit corporations care about.
We need money now.
That's why the bailout was a thing. It wasn't, oh man, we screwed up. Instead of that, we are just going to go, hey, please, remember us? We've done this before. Come on, give us some money. Bail us out. Whatever they are trying to say.
Stimulus packages, whatever you want to call it.
It's not helping the American people. This is wrong, and this is a symptom of a capitalist society. This is not the president's fault. He's not the root cause of this. He's a symptom. And if we keep trying to fight over who's right, who's wrong, we're just going to keep trimming the branches. We need to dig the root out of the problem that's going on in America right now. There are hundreds of thousands of people,
Millions of Americans
that are out of work right now. And it's a hassle to get
$1,200.
This country says all the time, we need to tighten the belt. We need to cut social programs. We need to get rid of the CDC. We need to get rid of the FDA. Things are bad. This is not new. Since 2000, this is the third economic downturn. It's maybe the biggest one ever. We need to attack the root. We need to dig it up, and we need to plant a new seed. And that seed should be democratic socialism, because we're already socialist anyway. Corporations have socialism that's funded by the taxpayers and not us personally. So we take out loans for that stuff, and we print a bunch of money for it. So our children are going to be paying for that. This mistake, this maybe not avoidable, but this much more containable threat and issue, we've known about it. We didn't do anything about it. So we can point fingers, or we could do something, and we could organize, because things aren't, look around, things aren't getting better with the way it is in Washington, but we are hundreds of millions. We need to unite. We need to have each other's backs, because corporations don't have our backs. The government doesn't have our back. Take a look around. Look at our $1,250 paychecks, our bribes, our bailouts. Why are we caring about them? And why are we arguing with each other? We need to have each other's backs. There is no Republican. There is no Democrat. We are all humans. We are all people, and we're all scared, and we're all hurting. And if you're not scared and you're not hurting, Just know somebody is. Let's not give each other actual hugs, but let's check on each other. Let's knock on our neighbor's door, see how they are, see if they need anything, and see if we could all come together and make sure that this never happens again. All right, this has been another episode of EncyloPETEia America. Thank you so much for tuning in. And again, everyone be safe, please. Stay healthy and don't lose hope. We are strong. I love everybody, and I'm looking forward to everyone's comments and feedback to see what the next episode should be about. So thank you so much, and goodbye.